and welcome to part 4 of my moving out vlog. Technically I've already moved in and been living here for over a month now, but it just seems right to keep it the same. So yeah, I've been living here since the start of August, as you probably already know if you've watched the previous vlogs. If you haven't watched them, I will link them down below. So in all honesty, progress has been pretty slow. In case you don't already know my schedule, I work like 9 to 5 Monday to Friday in an office, and then the weekends are usually either time spent with the dogs because they haven't had much time with me in the week, or I'm filming, doing YouTube stuff, or I don't know, I just don't have the time. And I know that sounds like such a cop-out, and I keep thinking like, oh, I've got 35 years on my mortgage, I'm fine, I've got time. Which is a really bad way to look at it, but I have done something, which you may already be able to see behind me. I have been updating you briefly on Instagram, sometimes Snapchat, so if you do want to keep up to date with like the day-to-day kind of stuff and what's actually going on at the time, Instagram is your best bet. But right now I'm in the second bedroom, and as you can see, one half is still plaster and the other half is pink. But I spent a good few days doing the pink because first you have to paint it all white and do a whitewash. When it's fresh plaster, you have to mix white paint with, well, whatever colour, just emulsion with water, because the plaster will soak up the water, and yeah, sometimes the paint will crack if you just put like straight paint on it. So yeah, that's a massive pain, and it's messy and it's not very fun. So I had to do like 2 coats of the white first, and then 2, maybe 3 coats of the pink, and then touch up the skirtings and the ceiling where I'd painted the ceiling pink, and yeah, and then I have like this one wall over here where I like painted it white as I was doing the pink side, so I have the nice little join, and then I have the rest of this to do. The dogs have damaged quite a few things since my last video, which I will show you. This is my carpet, my new carpet, which has a lovely chunk out of it now, including the underlay, and it's gone right down to the wood, so that was helpful, and I wonder who that was. I know exactly who it was. I now have awful stairs, so it's pretty much one of the first things you see as you come in through the door and people see it. So I am going to get it fixed, but at the minute, while the dogs are so young and settling in and just growing up, I'm going to leave it for a bit because there's a very high chance that it's going to happen again. In the meantime, I did buy this, which is an anti-chew spray, which has been helping, believe it or not. It's completely safe for them, but it just tastes horrible, so they won't chew it. What else have we done? Oh, my kitchen. Sorry, the washing machine's on, so my fridge plug, you won't be able to see it, got completely chewed off while I was out, and I'm really lucky that the dogs are fine. And here also, my lovely wall, as you see, like I started to pull off the wallpaper. In the corner of the wall, however, we have this, which is where, Bruno, move out of the way, which is where it started to have been chewed. Again, I know exactly who that is. This one, Pain. She started off by picking at a loose bit of paper, and then it's just developed into this. So that gets sprayed with that anti-chew stuff, which is working, thankfully, but you are a pain in the arse. In the lounge, I've had my TV remote chewed to the point where it's broke. I then had to pay like £20 to get a new one, so that's another expense. She also, because the dogs are allowed on the sofa obviously because it's their home too, Darcy has started to chew the corners of my sofa, which she gets in a lot of trouble for. Again, that gets sprayed with the stuff, so I'm hoping it's just something that she's going to grow out of, because it's not actually Bruno. Bruno's very, very well behaved, whereas she just is a pain. I think that's it. As you can see, like the lounge is still a massive mess. like I can't decorate in here with the dogs obviously, and it's gonna be something that I'm gonna have to start and finish. Enough. That I'm gonna have to start and finish pretty much in the same sort of week or so. It's a Saturday night at 7:30, and my mission for tonight is to get that wall painted. Ideally I would like to do the whole room in one go, or at least half of the room, but with obviously having the sofas and having the dogs sort of in and out in the daytime, I'm gonna have to paint and stuff of the nighttime wall by wall. So it's gonna be a long process, this room, but it is the one that's sort of the most important to me. So we're all taped up and ready to go. And what I have to do is put on some white emulsion that's been watered down so the plaster can soak in the water, because if you just put straight paint on it, often it can crack or can go all like crumbly, and it just doesn't dry very well. But it's always hit and miss, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this now and I will show you the progress. It's now about 10 to 9 and I have the first wall whitewashed for the first time. So there we have the first wall done. I think it already looks so much better, like it really does, and especially when this wall's done as well, like that will look way better. And I've sorted the messy ceilings out, but I'm excited to see what it looks like in the morning. So today I got the second coat of paint on that wall, so it looks a lot better now. I painted it on earlier on in the morning as opposed to do it at the night time when I thought I was going to be painting. And it's pretty much dry now, which is great. It doesn't need another coat of white. The next coat will then be colour, but I'm still a bit unsure of the colour and things like that. So my plan was to tomorrow then do the skirtings and stuff, because the skirtings are completely ruined from where it's been plastered. But I figured, why not just crack on with that wall while I can. But what I've done is moved the sofas out, and I've spent the past maybe 40 minutes or whatever just prepping all this down here, so it's all taped up and all ready to go. I've also, if you remember, you may or may not, there was a big patch of sort of plaster up here that came right out, and it really bothered me. Most of the plaster luckily comes off the ceiling, which is brilliant. I've just scrubbed it with bleach and water, so diluted bleach basically. So I've given it a scrub, so it's all a bit wet at the minute, which is why it's a bit of a darker colour. So I'm actually going to call it quits for today, I think. Although, I don't know, I pretty much want to start painting as soon as I get in tomorrow from work, so I don't know, I might attempt to unscrew that curtain pole now, if I can find my screwdriver. I don't know, I can't wait for this room to be done. I already love how this wall is looking, and I thought, why stop there? So after 4 nights now, I've got to the point where I have half of the lounge done. I've literally just finished and just sort of pushed the sofas back into place, but not against the wall obviously. So obviously we now have that wall, which is dry, and then I just finished doing that wall. So I can't believe how much better it looks. But if you look from this angle, so as you now come in, you no longer see plastered walls, but you see white. And then it sort of stops there. And then, just to give you a comparison, this is what the other half of the room looks like compared to that. So work is done for the week, and yesterday I had a massive Wilko order arrive, and to be honest, the majority of it is for my lounge. Excuse me, for my lounge, as in like decorative stuff, like cushions and things, just to get a bit of colour in there and to make it a bit cosier, because it's very like simplistic. I haven't actually done anything else on the lounge, so there's nothing to really update on there. As part of my Wilko order, I picked up like a 3-pack of storage boxes, which I'm going to use to try and organise this space here, which is the cupboard above the stairs. It's kind of my bathroom cupboard, and so there's just like creams, deodorant, shampoo, towels that's been chucked at the corner, and then up there, because I can't really reach it, it's stuff that I tend not to reach for. However, I thought I could use the boxes to sort of separate different types of products, I guess, and so I can get to them a bit easier and stack them up and start to actually use this space a little bit better. So that is my mission tonight or tomorrow or soon. Just checking in. I'm walking past, and those boxes that I last said that I was going to use and stuff, I never got round to, as per. Now I've been super busy and I'm really excited to show you. At the minute, this is what my haul looks like. It's a bit of a mess, and there's Darcy just chilling on her new bed. Okay, so absolutely everywhere is a mess, and I mean it's a mess. I've been focusing on my lounge at the minute, which still isn't painted, by the way, but I am going to give you an overview because I've put in some new things, and my furniture arrived and such, so I'll spin you around. This is it as you now come in. You have my sofas, and then this is it. I now have my lampshades up. Can't really see that one. I do want to replace the ceiling pendants at the top, and I bought new ones, but for now I've left it like that. Over here, I need to get loads of accessories, by the way. I didn't realise how little I had. So up here we have a lamp from my old room. I have a photo frame. All of the accessories were from Wilkinson's. And then this canvas, which was £5. This, I'm not sure. It probably won't go up there just because the TV's there. I'm thinking it's possibly going to go... Hi, honey. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait and see. Just a random candle. Down here, these were a set of 3 like plaques that I got from Wilko's, and then all of the candles I've gone for green and blue. And then I have a gap under here, and then a drawer which has my little handheld vacuum in there. So that is my bookcase, which cost me quite a bit actually, but I love it. All of the furniture matches and was from the range. So yeah, I'll link that just in case, and anything else. This is my new coffee table. So it's the same design as you can see. There's not really much in here, I don't think. Spare coasters and then nothing in there. I'm not really sure because they're quite shallow drawers. I need stuff desperately to go on top of that, but I'm not entirely sure what. The rug is just a tester rug. My auntie was moving house and she was getting rid of it, and so I just wanted to test and see if the dogs would bite it or wee on it or chew it or whatever. So far we're okay, so only time will tell. Darcy, she's chewed it once today and I got it yesterday. This is replacing that cheap IKEA lac table thing that I had. That's just polystyrene because of the lino and it marking. Hello, honey. Oh, careful. Again, same design. It's got a shallow drawer which has just got my laptop charger in. So on the top again, there's a bit of a lack of accessories. I've got my phone, a coaster and the TV remote, and then underneath I have my Wi-Fi box because that doesn't really need to be anywhere else, and then my laptop, which fits in there really, really well. I'm really loving how the lounge is looking. There's still things I need to do in here, and then the cupboard, which I've sort of cleared out, I guess, well maybe. I have the old plastic drawers that were in my hallway, my laptop stand which just has paint on it, my old table, the decorating chair and the stool, and then a pile of polystyrene which needs to go to the tip. So that's that. In the hall then, Besides all of the cardboard, which is pretty much what all of the furniture came in, that needs to be put in the shed tomorrow. I also have 2 chairs, which you can't really see. I have a bunch of shopping that I need to put away, and then I brought over my Kallax this evening, and I've just put my old mirror on there. I've tried to put some decorative stuff on here, but to be honest, I just don't really have anything. I've just got stuff that I've moved out of the lounge. And then this is one of the dog's new beds. They have 2 of these. It's a raised pet bed, which is supposed to help with her weeing. She hasn't done it in a long time. She doesn't do it in a crate. So yeah, they're getting used to this, but I bought them another one, which is here, which needs to be built. So there's that. As I said, my chairs. I need to sort this out. This is a job for either tonight. The kitchen is also a mess, as you'll notice. I have table and chairs. I haven't finished building the chairs because this bit isn't attached to this. The walls have not been done. And then there's just like this sort of crate thing going on here. So this is a setup that I have at the minute. Now I bought, this is actually a playpen for puppies, but it works beautifully for blocking off the kitchen. So I'll probably show you the setup another time because I've got stuff to do before bed and it's getting quite late. So yeah, they have their cage that they really like. I use this half of this playpen in the day to block off my table so it doesn't get chewed. This is normally in sort of that shape, if that makes sense, and they are like shut in this area of a night time so that they don't wee all over the kitchen, and so they literally do just sleep through the night, which is what I want. In the daytime I just leave this big gap here so they can walk in and out, basically. Not of the back door because I don't leave the back door open, but I sort of have a square here full of pee pads, so they use that, and then they still have the rest of this room. But as for my actual kitchen, this is like such a mess. I've got a mountain of washing up to do, and God, I'm just knackered, like I really am. I realise it's been quite a while since I last checked in with a moving out vlog. I actually edited the video that you're watching now last night, like up to the last clip you saw. I realised that I haven't yet shown you the second bedroom, which is pretty much finished now, or bar a few little things that need doing. What I'm doing now though is I'm just about to start working on this area down here. So I've just wet it with the sponge and I haven't got the steamer at the minute. So I'm just going to scrape this wallpaper off here, and then I can start filling that in. I have still had a go at it and chewed it and stuff, and I'll just show you what else. Pretty much, it was so ironic watching what I'd already edited back, because the things that I said I didn't want chewing and stuff have been chewed. I should have just put the cushions on the sofa and just let them chew and eat those to their heart's content and just replace them at £5 each or whatever. Instead, this, this is what I have. Now I still have like 3 3/4 years of this sofa set being on credit, so that's really fucking annoying. And oh, also, if we come over here, can we see this is chewed? This is one of the corners that's chewed. Each of the corners of my coffee table are chewed. And so, yeah, that's annoying also. This vlog is pretty much me showing you what's been destroyed by the dogs. Now, in terms of fixing the sofa, I didn't get DFS's insurance because it was a bit iffy. It had been on like Crime Watch and stuff, and I was just like, no. And it wouldn't cover it anyway because of it being like pet damage. Like they are a bit like, pet damage is kind of your own fault. Scratches and stuff, they're fine, but yeah. So I have emailed a few people to try and get it fixed pretty much, because they keep coming back to it and chewing at it because obviously it's there and they've chewed it. However, I've had one quote for £390, another quote for £250. Someone said that they should be able to stitch it up for £95. However, I've looked and to try and see where it could join back up, and it just doesn't look like it would join back up. And the actual leather itself has all been all chewed and it's discoloured now. So apparently, because all of this is just one piece of leather, they'd have to replace the whole front bit of the sofa, which is why it's so expensive, which isn't what I wanted. The sofa itself costs £1,000 and it's still on there now for £1,000, and I really, really don't want to replace the sofa for the sake of that. Honestly, if you put a cushion in front of it, won't see it. But at the minute, I can't leave the dogs on their own with the sofas because they will just go to it and work at it and work at it and work at it, like they have done with the kitchen, like they did with the carpet at the bottom of the stairs. So, not entirely sure what to do with that. At the minute, I think I'm just going to fucking tape it. I'm just going to like get some brown coloured tape, like duct tape strength stuff, and just fucking tape it and put a cushion in front of it, because what else can I do, really? Like, I can't, especially with it coming up to Christmas and that now, like I just can't afford like £400, and there's no guarantee that it's even going to look okay. So now the dogs are not allowed in the lounge when I'm not downstairs, basically. So tough shit. So yeah, I'm gonna work on this wall and hopefully it'll all work out nice, but we shall see. It's now 3 PM. I've had a go at filling in the gap in the wall, and I've just had to use part of their play pen to just block it off a bit. I did start stripping the wallpaper. Can't be bothered to do any more, so we'll just leave that. I'm not really doing anything DIY-y today, but I thought I would just show you what the second bedroom looks like, as I realised I hadn't yet shown you. You'll have to forgive me because it is like my storage room as well as my YouTube room, so one half of the room just is a bit of a mess and it's still stuff that I need to sort out and find homes for. But without further ado, so as we come in now, just give you a quick overview. You can see the mess. So we have the pink walls and the white. I still have the curtains which need to go up, and then I have here the bed from my old bedroom from my mum's house, so whenever I have guests or my niece and nephew stay over, they will stay in here eventually. We have the white walls. There's nothing down here. I have a spare chest of drawers, well, like a big tower thing, the same as these, but the bigger ones are still at my mum's house, so I think they're going to go there, or I don't know. Anyway, so yes, we have this, so there is a bit of a gap, and then this is where the magic happens, and it's a bit of a mess. So this is what you will see in the back of my videos. I have my 2 Alex drawers from IKEA, my chair from my old room, this tabletop which didn't fit in my old room. I had it in the house before that, which I don't know if anyone will remember. And then I have my lamp. This lamp is actually marble, and it's one of the things I got to keep from my nan and granddad's house. So I actually really, really love that. I do have another one, but I have no use for it. And this is to do with a upcoming video. And then I haven't really sorted out my background, but I've just got my Muji drawers and my, can't remember the name of that one, Allergy, something like that, just with makeup in and stuff that I don't really reach for that much. And then that's just my camcorder charger, and then my tripod, and then my shoes, which are looking a bit gappy, which means they're round about the house in various places. But yeah, we have this pink wall, and then this is where it joins, if you remember, and if it's going to focus. So yeah, I actually really love it. I need the curtains putting up, although it is going to make it a hell of a lot darker. It is cold in here, as you'll realise. There's no radiator. There's no radiators upstairs at all, so hopefully the curtains will help. So there you go. I actually really like this room just because in the background it's not that horrible plaster colour. My bedroom is still the same plaster colour. The hall hasn't been done. It's still this horrible wood chip stuff. Well, I actually started yesterday. It's only taken me like a month, maybe a bit more, is to use those boxes that I showed you and to start going through all this. I realised that I now need more boxes because I used one in my room for like makeup and stuff, and then the other one, well, the other two, one is for like creams and things like that, and the other one is for like hair stuff. And then I've still got like a few more that I need to sort out, so I need to go buy some more boxes as well. Today is the day of reckoning for the kitchen. It's now 10 o'clock. My mum is going to come round at 2 in the afternoon and she wants to start wallpapering my kitchen. So I have a little bit of prep work to do before she comes. I'll just show you what state it's in now. You've probably already seen it in vlogs and stuff, but I've had to move the table into like the centre of the kitchen, and then that's the main wall, and then around here I'm not really sure what to do because up here sort of, oh you can't see, up there it's all sort of bubbly, and I feel like if we just wallpaper over the top of that wallpaper, which is an option, you're gonna see it. I think even if we just pop a hole in the bubbles and just PVA glue it down to the wall so at least it's flat. I don't actually have any PVA glue, my mum has it and she's not come in till 2, so it might be a case of just desperately trying to sort out this wall as it's the main wall that you see. I don't think anyone really pays attention to the rest, but if we come around this side, again, it's all bubbly. The ceiling is disgusting. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Like, I don't know if it was like a smoker or something in here, but the ceiling is vile. Or maybe like a fat fryer, but it all needs cleaning, which I kind of want to do before it gets wallpapered, so there's no like dirty wallpaper and things. So as you will have saw, I filled in this corner bit, which today I need to sand, or in a moment rather. And then I might just try, I've filled like a bucket full of warm water because I don't have a wallpaper steamer. I might just try and get off the last sort of layer, especially on this main bit of wall, because I think it's a thing that your eyes are going to be drawn to. So yeah, I'm going to do that and then whack the heating on and try and get the walls dry, ready to be pasted. But yes, we'll see how it goes. So then, just a final and proper overview. I'm sick of looking at that shitty wall. So it should all look nice and different, and then the other side of the room probably won't look much different, to be honest. So we have up there to do, around here, and then that wall as well. Okay, so an hour and a half later, and this is what the wall is looking like now. I ended up taking off the paper up to the edge of the door, but this definitely looks way better, I think. Well, I think it'll be a much better result, but what I have come across is like a couple of raw plugs that were in the wall, so I've pulled those out, so we now have a couple of holes that I need to try and fill. Same with up there. What I'm going to do is just have something to eat before I pass out, because I haven't eaten today or drank today, so I need to eat and drink and stuff. But I'm going to clean the ceiling a little bit around the edges because it's not very nice at all. Ideally I would have liked to have just touched up the edges on the ceiling. It's now 2 in the afternoon, no sign of my mum, haven't heard of her. But I feel knackered because I've done loads, so I'm just going to show you where we're at now. Okay, so in the kitchen I actually ended up painting the skirtings as well. So they're all nice and white now. The bit annoying thing is like there's this pipe which goes to my radiator. That's like a dirty like cream colour, and you can see against the skirtings now it doesn't look very good. This will need painting, but obviously after the wallpaper's on. At the top I did a bit of white, so hopefully that should look nice. However, because mind you can't see it too much now, but because the ceiling is so gross and discoloured, you could see where I'd put it on, so I had to like water down the paint to try and blend it in, because I really don't feel like doing that. But yeah, there's still the rest of this. I really just can't be bothered at the minute. And then what I also did in the lounge is I have all that on there because I've cleared out the under the stairs cupboard, because this still isn't painted. So we go from like this wall, it's going to focus this wall being painted, and then you can see into this cupboard, which as you can see is still plaster. So I'm prepping this today so I can paint it tomorrow. So I've just had to scrub all of the edges and get all the extra bits of plaster off. And yeah, so we can paint it all tomorrow. So this space I don't actually know what to do with. It's just a bit like random. I need to get like a clothes hook thing so people can put coats on there, because there's nowhere to put those. Maybe shoes, but it's just a bit of a random space. And it's quite a big space. You probably can't tell on camera, but you know, you could definitely, like, if you wanted to, fit a bed in, but we won't. So yeah, I need to paint this, all of this as well. The ceiling might as well be painted in here as well at the same time. And then all I have left in the lounge, you'll have to ignore the mess because I haven't had a chance today. I need to paint, it stops here, and then I have all this to do, and just this wall. That was done. But yeah, that shouldn't take too long. I need to get that sorted and prepped, which I was gonna do tonight, but honestly, I'm just shattered. So we'll see how that goes, but I need help getting the TV off the wall and also the curtains down. So might happen tonight, but we'll see. So really today, what I want to achieve is that wall in the kitchen, the biggest wall, to be wallpapered. I want to get that cupboard ready to be painted tomorrow, if not tonight. It depends how long the kitchen takes, and also to get down the curtains and just get the TV off the wall and put it on the coffee table for a couple of days. But as I said, I am absolutely shattered already. I still need to get all of the leaves up out the garden, so that's tomorrow's job. So we'll just see how it goes today, but as long as there's wallpaper on the walls in the kitchen, I'll be happy. It's now 20 to 9, and first of all, I was right. We wouldn't paper the whole kitchen, so this is still as it was up to here. Honestly, I'm so happy with how this looks. We didn't start at 2. My mum didn't come and pick me up till like 20 to 3, and then we popped to the shops because I had to get a few DIY bits before I could even wallpaper. So we didn't start until quite late, so that's why it took so long. And then actually I had a bit of a disaster, because as I unscrewed the light switch so we could paper behind it basically, we realised one of the wires came loose, and it was messing up this light, and so my mum was getting really worried. And I was like, just leave it, it's fine. But no, she wouldn't leave it. So I texted my friend, who's sort of the only person I know that's good with electrics, and he offered to come round. So he came round, bless him. He was here within like 15 minutes. Came round, fixed that for me. I've got a light switch this side of the kitchen to control one of the lights, because I've got 2 lights. This horrible school lighting thing, like the fluorescent tubes, which I hate, and another shitty one, and that shitty one is controlled by 2 switches. Don't know why. You can control it either side of the kitchen. It's not even far. So anyway, that was a bit dodgy, because sometimes it would work, or like it wasn't working properly, and so he came and fixed that for me as well. Changed a light switch for me in the cupboard under the stairs, and then I need to order a load more plug sockets and stuff, so you can go around and change them all so they look all nice and new. Are you ready? Oh my god, I just love it. Okay, I'm gonna show you now. If we start off at the floor and we go up, oh my god, how much different does that look? And we've kind of got a gap here because at the top you can see this, there's a piece of wallpaper here which is cut and goes underneath there. However, when I was pulling this bit off, it pulled this bit off a bit, so I need to straighten up that line and glue this down, so then we can just paper this section and then paper over the top of this. So that's kind of just left for now, but can no longer see where the dogs had bitten the wall, and we have this. And I'm so glad that I painted the skirtings and stuff today, although I'm gonna have to go over them because I think I used emulsion rather than proper stuff for the wood, so I'll have to go over them. But for now it looks just amazing, and it's a bit messy down there, to be fair. I don't know if you can see, but and I'm so glad that I did the ceilings as well. So yeah, I'm absolutely in love with my kitchen at the minute. Well, half of it, and then it just goes to there, look. So I'm not going to bother papering that tiny bit there, but oh my god, I'm so happy. I need like a big picture thing to go on there. Ideally, or eventually, I would like to get rid of the cage, but they just like sleeping in it and prefer it to any other bed, so I can't do much about it at the minute. However, if I could have the table sort of in the middle and not have the cage, that would look a lot better. But at the same time, it is only me that's sitting and eating food, so I only need access to one chair. So in terms of getting it finished, my mum is actually at work tomorrow. I think it's going to be like the next time she's off of a weekend and I've got time of a weekend. But to be honest, all I wanted, as I said, was just this wall done, because that's going to make the most difference, and oh, I just love it. I feel like proud of it now, instead of like a bit embarrassed every time anyone would come around and just see this horrible wall, or like it was in my videos and stuff, and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, I still need to finish off the rest of the kitchen, which to be honest won't take, I don't think it'll take long at all. And then what I want to do is replace the blinds. These are the blinds that were already here when I moved in. I don't like them, they're very old, and the colour of them, they're just old-fashioned and they make it look a bit dirty. So if I could freshen up the room a bit, that would be good. And then it's the same on there, but it doesn't come all the way down to the floor, it stops about here, so it's a bit of a pain. What I also bought today, because I went to the range, I picked up 2 thermal single panels, and what this is going to do, I mean, okay, it's not the prettiest thing, but it's like a silvery colour, and all I want to do with this is put it, I bought 2, one to go on there because everyone can see in when I've got the light on, and alright, you shouldn't have knocked it over, you twonk. Yeah, so I want one to go in front of the front door. I think there must have been one there originally because there's like a piece of wood just at the top here, so we can easily fix like a pole onto there and put those on. But there is such a draft that comes through the side of the door, and the fact that I've only got central heating downstairs means that although I am heating downstairs, it's not very good because all the heat's just coming out of here and cold's coming in basically. There is sealant around the door, but it's not very good. And I can't even get one of those, they're like big stuffed cushion things that you put at the bottom. Draft excluder, that's it. Like one of those, because the dogs will eat it. So, plan is to just get a curtain on there, and it stops people seeing in, because they can see everything right now. And then also, I bought the other one for the back door, which also, there's a load of raw plugs up here, which I actually pulled out and filled in. So I think there was probably a curtain on there at some point as well. But I just got like a silvery colour because I want to keep this room quite neutral. So hopefully that will look okay and it won't look really granny-ish. But to be honest, it gets so cold in this house because of there being just heating downstairs, and like the heat's just going out of the you know, the windows and the doors. And yeah, I mean, it's double glazed and everything, but honestly, it doesn't make the slightest bit of difference. So yeah, I'm really happy with what I've achieved today, and I might paint the cupboard tomorrow, or I might leave it for like a nighttime job, just because I could do with filming normal videos tomorrow. I don't know. I also might just have a break because I'm really tired. But yeah, I will check in with you soon.